Welcome. Welcome to my channel. And I just want to briefly share ideas with you. If you disagree, comment. If you agree, comment. And don't forget to share and like. The plain truth about how the Lakers won the in-season tournament is very simple. The plain truth is very simple. Personally, those that were grouped in the group with the Lakers, many of them were very weak teams. So in that sense, it was designed for them to get out of their group. But the additional benefit, which was something they couldn't directly control, was that the Pacers beat some very good teams. They figured out how to beat some very good teams. And I think all of you know that had the Lakers met up with the 76ers or met up with the Celtics, of course, there's a possible hope that they could beat the Celtics, but we know how they blew out, the 76ers blew out the Lakers. So had they met with the 76ers or, if had they met with the Bucks, stands a very good chance that they would not win the in-season tournament. So because the Pacers are the ones that came out on top, that favored the Lakers because, the NBA and winning games to some degree, to a large degree, is matchup dependent. Okay, so the Lakers knew how to beat the Pacers, so matchup dependent. But against big centers, or at least, like for instance, the Lakers have a difficult time stopping Embiid. They have a difficult time stopping Giannis. They have a difficult time stopping Wemby. And as those who have watched it, anytime they beat a team like that, AD has to play his A game. He has to be at the top of his game. He has to be aggressive. So yes, they can beat the 76ers. They can beat the Bucks. They can beat the Spurs. Okay, but you'll notice that there's a pattern every time they go up against big centers or big players, because some players don't play in a position of center, but they're big, like KD. But KD is tall, but he's not one of those big bruising centers. So we won't even put him in that group, but he's a sharpshooter. All right. But when we talk about Jokic, the Joker, when we talk about Embiid, when we talk about the Greek freak, Giannis, okay? When we talk about players like that, the Lakers always have a difficult time with those teams. All right. But as far as, skill wise, they can figure out how to beat some of the other teams if they play right with right coaching and right team matchups in terms of the players on the floor. They can beat any team. Okay. But their two weaknesses, if you pay attention, is their guards and their centers. So if no AD, they stand a good chance of losing against a tall or powerful center. When it comes to having a guard that can dribble very well, very quick, well, they have some difficulty with those situations from time to time, especially if the defense is not, strong enough. I mean, they have a very good defense, but if Ham puts the wrong people on the floor, they'll even lose in a defensive category, which we have seen before, keeping our best, Cam Reddish and what do we call it? We have our two defensive players, Cam Reddish, and also why am I forgetting his name? You know, but we have a strong defensive team. Okay, Vanderbilt. Okay, so Cam Reddish and Vanderbilt, those are our two best defensive players. And AD, you might as well throw AD in there as well because that's one of his strong points as well. All right, but when AD is playing well defensively and offensively, it's hard to stop the Lakers. But again, he doesn't always play that way. So, and that's in a nutshell. How did they win the in season tournament? Is because it was matchup dependent, and the Pacers came out on top, which prevented the Lakers facing the 76ers or facing the Bucks, or even facing the Celtics. You know, the Celtics, yeah, they do have Porzingis when he's healthy, which may be a problem, but usually LeBron and others, they know how to handle Porzingis. Okay, so I wouldn't say that. It would say skill-wise and depending on coaching, as we all know, and refereeing, as we all know, then they could even lose against the Celtics, unfortunately. Okay, so that's it. But let's hope that the Lakers can get either a new addition before the end of the season, before the playoffs, or they can figure it out, you know, as far as, you know, the combinations on the floor, or how to play, who to play together, and how to play against. But really, we know that the Lakers are very weak in the center area and also in the guard area, as far as if they went up against Kyrie or went up against, you know, any guard that is very skilled in shooting and dribbling, that they have problems with that. All right, I don't want this video to be too long, but just don't forget to subscribe and share and like, and enjoy the rest of the season.